Okay, we will be doing a data analysis on the company Factory Coffee and give suggestions on proposals that they could implement into their company. Presenting this presentation will be me, Gabby Petrie.
Jordan Lance.
And Manpreet Kaur.
This proposal was developed to find ways to improve the company Factory Coffee. While researching Factory Coffee, we have found that their opening and closing times vary throughout their locations. The compromise of opening and closing times brings on multiple problems regarding the overall inclusivity and organization of their company. To their consumers, this may be a reason they're driven away from purchasing items. This is definitely an area of improvement for Factory Coffee to consider.
Thank you, Gabby. For this slide, we summarized our complete findings and proposed a definite path forward. We have identified that erratic hours and a limited menu are the primary drivers of lost afternoon revenue and trust erosion. For example, inconsistent closing times of and the lack of vegan or allergy options are actively excluding profitable customer segments. We want to dispel the myth of high cost. The required investment is only for short term setup, while the returns are long term and compounding. Our three integrated solutions are guaranteed to deliver three major outcomes. They will build trust and loyalty, boost sales and market share by capturing that untapped afternoon and especially markets and secure a professional brand image. The evidence is clear. This is a low risk, high reward path, and the data demands that Factory Coffee act now. For this slide, we visually established two core weaknesses that are draining Factory Coffee's potential. The first is the inconsistent operating hours in a bar chart. So you see that there's a massive variance that one location closes at 2 p.m. and other stays open until 5 p.m. This difference creates confusion and unreliability for customers who rely on consistency, leading them to choose competitors instead. Also, we have the pie chart, which shows the limited menu options. A staggering 70% of offerings are dedicated to breakfast items and pastries. This heavy bias creates a limited market and afternoon slowdown.
Right. This is Factory Coffee's menu. In every location, they have this menu. We talked about how it could be a little confusing to the consumers, where they have the bagel section and then the bagel sandwiches section, but they also have the toppings over here and then toppings here. And then we talked about how these abbreviations, VEO, WF, are very confusing to new consumers and people who don't know these abbreviations. And that will tie into more the organization of their menu and help out in the long term for more customers.
Okay, on to the benefits of putting these implementations in is the expansion of the customer base and revenue. This increased customer traffic implements new afternoon options will attract customers during slower times, leading to higher overall sales and better utilization of resources. This will also widen the market reach, introducing vegan and allergy-free options directly targets previously excluded customers, significantly expanding your potential market. The potential for premium pricing, specialty and alternative ingredients for inclusive menu items allow for premium pricing, boosting profit margins. On to the enhancing brand reputation and trust. Building customer trust offers clear allergy-friendly options and transparent labeling shows customers you prioritize their health and safety. It will also boost inclusivity. The new menu items, vegan and allergy-free, and consistent hours solidify Factory Coffee's image as an inclusive and community-focused brand. The next thing is creating customer loyalty. A more varied and accommodating menu, along with predictable schedule, fosters a sense of reliability and appreciation customers driving repeat business. Lastly, we have improving operational efficiency and image. The more professional image that you have is consistent opening and closing times across all locations, create a reliable, organized, and professional brand image, helping Factory Coffee compete with larger coffee shops. This also increases your streamlined customer service. An organized, simplified menu lessens customer confusion and reduces ordering errors and speeds up service. This improves overall satisfaction. Next, we have the competitiveness. Collectively, these changes position Factory Coffee as a stronger and more attractive competitor in the local cafe market.
All right. The monetary cost to the company would be the short-term costs, mostly short-term costs, such as the menu redesign, new ingredients, and basic trial and error adjustments. Adding more menu options requires sourcing new ingredients and training staff, and that would attract more afternoon customers and increase loyalty through greater variety. Introducing vegan and allergy-friendly items brings the higher ingredient costs and labeling and equipment adjustments. However, it'll strengthen the customer base, reputation, transparency, and inclusivity, and supporting the potential premium pricing, which would be a huge factor in competitiveness with other cafes. Simplifying and organizing the menu would require redesign and printing costs along with more employee training. But it improves customer experience and reduces the confusion and errors. Overall, these changes lead to long-term benefits, increased traffic, stronger trust, higher sales, and a more professional brand positioning. Factory Positioning Factory Coffee as a stronger competitor against larger cafes. This chart over here shows that if if there's one thing that Factory Coffee should take from this is that an organizing and simplifying their menu is a lower cost with such a difference in like cost to benefit. So if there's anything they take from this, it'll be organizing and simplifying their menu.
We understand that management needs a clear, controlled rollout plan. We have structured this project into three manageable phases, totaling a 4 to 6 month commitment to achieve full implementation across all locations. The first phase, talking about the first month, is focused on foundations. We immediately standardize hours to eliminate customer confusion and then dedicate 4 weeks to the menu redesign. This ensures all locations are operating under the same rule before we introduce new items. The second phase is the crucial testing period. We first conduct a thorough staff training on new recipes, allergy protocols, and simplified menu. Then we launch a pilot menu, ideally in one location for 4 weeks to collect real world data and fine tune all the details before a company wide rollout. Finally, we execute the full rollout across the entire company. The last 4 weeks are dedicated to a data review and adjustment cycle, comparing new sales figures to historical data to ensure we are meeting our projected gains in afternoon revenue and loyalty. This plan is controlled, measurable, and ensures a smooth, low risk transition.
The timeline for their results are all low cost setup, but the highest impact and return. So for phase one, the 1 to 4 weeks, consistent hours, reducing errors, and improve the traffic boost. The key takeaway is operational efficiency and customer experiencing experiencing benefits improving. The phase two, 1 to 3 months, would be new afternoon or brunch options, such as the vegan and allergy options, creating higher sales, new customers, and it'll have a surge in sales and their market growth. For phase three, it'll be the long-term growth. For the brand trust and loyalty, it will be positive reviews, brand sharing, more companies being involved. And the key takeaway of this is compounding profit and secure increased market share.
So the final recommendations we have is to add more options to the menu other than breakfast. Factory Coffee isn't getting as many people during the afternoon because their menu only has breakfast options. Our second recommendation is that their menu doesn't have many vegan or allergy-free options, including gluten and nuts. This would bring so many more people to their shop and create trust in their company with transparency, inclusivity, in their products. The third recommendation is to create a more organized menu to make the abbreviations known, separating bagels to one place and toppings and creams, cheese to another instead of mixing them all together, making them hard to find what you're looking for. Thank you for listening to our presentation.